Hi everyone, Dr. Joanne here again with another mindset tip video. This one's called Decision Over Conditioning. So I want you to think about something that's not going well in your life. Maybe you don't have the energy that you think you should. Maybe you're not sleeping well. Maybe you've got some health issues, or maybe you've got relationship issues. So think about something that's not going well. And now I want you to think about making changes. You want something different, but you're not sure what to do. But you know something has to change. Your issue is becoming unbearable. You just can't take it anymore. You've got to change something. So you make a decision. Here's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'm going to eat healthier. Maybe I'm going to exercise. Maybe I'm going to let go of my anger or my fear. Maybe I'm going to learn to forgive. Maybe I'm finally going to work with Dr. Joanne and get my life back. So I want you to visualize making some sort of decision in your mind and wait a few minutes, maybe even just a few seconds. So as you're taking some deep breaths in, you've decided, you've made this decision to do something. Your ego is going to start screaming and yelling. I want you to pay attention to this. What is your ego telling you? Maybe your ego is telling you to run and hide. This won't work. This will be too difficult. You can't do this. It'll take too long. It'll be too risky. You won't be safe doing this. Pay attention. So when you make a decision, wait a few minutes and see what your ego has to say. And what's happening right here is this is your ego telling you what your core limiting beliefs are or what your conditioning is. And these are all lies of the ego. And I really want you to get this. Your ego is telling you a bunch of lies, but you've learned them your whole life, so now you believe in them. So within mindset work, there's a funny little thing that happens when we begin tackling a problem. And if we're paying attention, we'll catch this little problem and allow ourselves to move through it anyway. And here it is. The truth of who you are and what you're capable of is the opposite of what your ego mind currently believes. So you must do the opposite of what you currently believe in order to solve your problems. It's just the craziest thing. And I have absolutely experienced this. I remember fully when I started A Course in Miracles, the workbook lessons, and going through all the mindset tools and everything, I had so much resistance to letting things go. So I finally had to keep telling myself, I don't know what this is for. I don't know what I'm doing. Just to blank myself out, blank my mind out so that I could take in the lessons and try them on to see if they really worked or not. And they did work. So you have to do the opposite of what your ego is currently telling you. You see, the ego believes that love and forgiveness are insanity, yet following the ego's lead is the real insanity. The ego makes you repeat the same patterns over and over again, which makes you very unhappy. So think about it. You came here to learn some lessons and to master these lessons, and yet you can't. It's these same patterns that keep showing up in your life in different forms with different people. And at some point, you're finally going to have to move through them and beyond them. But your ego makes you so afraid to even look, or tells you you can't do it, or it won't work for you, or it'll take too long. And it just shuts everything down. So the ego makes you repeat the same patterns over and over again, which makes you unhappy, it makes you miserable, and it leads to health and relationship issues. So lean in and do the work and move through the fears anyway. And what you'll find is it's like, the sun is shining. The sun is always there, it's always shining. So think of that as love. That's your peace, that's your happiness, that's your well being, that's your vitality. It's always there, but there's some clouds in the way. And the clouds don't take much to just swipe away. But our ego wants us to think that it's going to be so hard to do that we don't even try. So, the opposite of your ego's wishes and desires are usually the answer to the problem that causes you pain and suffering. So, you've got to just stop paying attention to the ego or listen to it for what it's saying and then realize it's just lies and then do the opposite. So, the hurt you fear is nothing compared to the hurt of a lonely, unfulfilled, and passionless life. And when you are lonely, not fulfilled, and not experiencing any passion or zest for life, you become sick and all of your relationships suffer. So, the key to regaining your energy, regaining your health, your harmonious relationships, and regaining your life is to do this important mindset work. Clean up your thoughts and beliefs, and everything else in your life will clean itself up. I'd love to help you with this. If you need any help, be sure to reach out. Go to my website, drjoannetully.com. Also in the description, there's a link to my website and ways to reach me. Schedule a free 30-minute chat with me if you want to talk about your next best step. Hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.